nerve-wracking here. This is not normal. This doesn't feel normal. Ooh, see that snake? This morning, got some cinnamon teal from Dirty Duck Coffee. One of my favorite coffees all time. It smells incredible. They classify it like a snickerdoodle cookie, and it's what it smells like. Just a touch of cinnamon, a little sweet, great coffee. It doesn't taste quite like a snickerdoodle. You have to make it pretty heavy, a little extra coffee granules in there, but really tastes good. Excellent smelling coffee. Dirty Duck Cinnamon Teal. Check that out. Alright, I'm on the road. It is, I've been on the road for I guess an hour and a half. Got about a 10-hour day in front of me. I'm heading all the way to Oklahoma to pick up an Argo. So it's one of those things that I always wanted, but I don't really want to buy an old one that's going to be a project. So I found one that's relatively newer. Seems like it's going to be low maintenance, you know, for the most part. I'm hoping it's going to help with that swamp that I own and duck hunt, get it planted and cross it back and forth, because it's tough. You got to use a flat bottom boat to get to the north side. So hopefully this will solve a lot of those problems and get some more rice planted, get some ducks in there this fall. So stick around. We'll get it, we'll go pick it up, haul it all the way back, check it out, see how it works, kind of give a review of it. So stick around. So we are loaded up. The Argo is loaded up. We are headed back with it now, driving through the rain. Machine is clean as can be. Good deal on it. Everything looks great, been well maintained. So really excited about getting it on the water, getting it in the swamp, see how it does. Because the knock on Argos has always been, yes, they'll do water and they do land, but they aren't great at either of them. That's what I've always been told. They don't go fast in the water. They don't go fast on the land. They've got a low ground clearance, so they're easily high centered. So we'll see. Some people love them. Some people hate them. I guess we're going to find out here in just a little bit about this one, if it's a good deal or not. And you know, it probably depends a lot of what you're trying to do with it. If you're just a little bit, I've drove it around. I can tell you this: if you're just driving on dry land, like looking for a side-by-side or a four-wheeler, you'd be better off with a side-by-side or a four-wheeler, because the way these steer, it doesn't steer very good at low speed. Like when you get it up and get it going, it turns good and everything, but turning at low speed is like turning a bulldozer. It doesn't want to turn very good, if that makes sense. So just something to think about. But let's get home, 5-hour drive, get it out, and then we'll see if we can get it in some water pretty soon. Yep. It's a little nerve-wracking here. This is not normal. This doesn't feel normal. Ooh, see that snake? Ray bailed off where a snake is. It ain't gonna be very fast, but it'll go. I've heard if you lean into it, you'll move hard, like you'll turn better. It sure beats rolling across that little lake. Oh, we're not sinking. Made it right up. All right, so Argo 650 6x6. kind of just first impressions, it's really cool. I mean, like it's every bit of what I thought it'd be, and then some. I was a little worried that only having the 650 not really horsepower, I don't know, CC, I guess what that is. I was afraid that wouldn't be enough power, and I would wish I'd have gotten, the bigger one, because they make like a 950 and maybe an 800 or something. It's plenty powerful. If you look at the motor itself, it's a 23 horsepower Vanguard. It's plenty powerful. It'll go as fast as you really want to go because there's no springs on it or anything. Just the only suspension it has is the tires itself. So you're not like, whereas this Honda Pioneer here actually has shocks and springs and stuff like that, there is none on this. So if you get going pretty fast on any kind of a rough terrain, you feel it, and so you don't want to really go fast. So just something to think about when you're looking at what size motor to get. It is a little bit jerkier than I'm used to. I'm used to a Honda Pioneer, which again is shaft driven, so there's not a belt spinning constantly. This is a little bit jerkier than that. It kind of wants to, jump when you first hit the throttle. The guy I bought it from told me he recommend running it in high all the time. So I kind of started that, and I noticed it a lot when you were in high, like it constantly wanted to jerk. I ended up switching it to low, and it's way smoother. You can go way slower in low, which just makes sense, but he recommended running it in high all the time. And again, that hasn't been an issue. On the water, it's not a speed demon when you're looking at just running these wheels actually moving you. But it goes fast enough. You're not looking to win any boat races, but if you are just trying to transport, some corn or get to another spot or haul a deer out or something like that, it's plenty fast enough for that. I've got the flooring out of the back here. I just like to let it dry after driving home in the rain. No issues at all. I'm going to have to fabricate something up to get this hitch out and then up, because I do want to be able to run my sprayer out of this and my seeder. The sprayer is going to need to be higher up, and I could do it from here to here, but I don't really want to damage these pads. If they popped out, I would just pop these out and let it do that, but I'm afraid to mess them up too much. So just something to think about, because again, I'm planning to plant duck plots and deer plots and stuff with this. That's kind of my main thing. But it'll, again, the rumor was they don't go, they're slow on land and they're slow on water. They're not really graded either. On land, it's fine. It'll go as fast as you want to go. The turning's a little weird because even though you've got like a four-wheeler turning here, you're basically driving it like a skid steer or a bulldozer. When you turn this left, you're just braking on this left side. So you get a little bit of jerkiness to that, but it's not a problem at all. You do get used to it. It's kind of like the first time you get on a zero-turn lawnmower. There's a learning curve to it. If there's any complaint, it's the lack of like storage and kind of places to put stuff. Like you got 2 cup holders. That's pretty much it. Like there's not any nooks or crannies or places to kind of put stuff just for storing and traveling. That'd be nice to have. You have a tub back here, just kind of for main storage, and you could put a couple small people back there. Maybe if you didn't care about them too much flying out, that might be the only problem if you hit the throttle real hard. So from here on, I'm hoping to get this on the swamp. We're going to see how it does in real water. We just took it out in a little small lake and just kind of tested it floating and seeing how it did. And it did fine. So stick around and like, subscribe. We're going to really put this thing to the test. I'm hoping to get a lot of use out of this in the swamp.